Back home media.
Bring them out, bring them out. 3, 2, bring them out. You're out.
What's up?
I'm back. I'm finally back. Sorry.
Megan's back.
Been MIA for a few
know
weeks.
what that I don't know what I just did there. That
I liked it. It's fine.
I don't know. I don't know what it was.
It's okay.
Anyway, I'm having my first beverage of 2021.
I'm just drinking tea out of my Central Perk mug, with my Dodgers friend shirt on. It's fine.
I never sent you your stocking. You'll have it before next year.
I never sent your bath bomb and whatever else I have for you, so it's fine. I got
a box over here.
I got 3 or 4 things I got to send to people. Still haven't done it, so it's
someday
okay.
I'll go to the post office. Like it sucks. Like one post office is like 10 miles this way, and the other one's 10 miles this way, and I'm like, I've never buy either one of them.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So, been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
You've had an exciting week. I've had an exciting week, but you've had a more exciting week. What day was that? Tuesday?
It was Tuesday.
Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Squirrel. See, there we go. We already know. We already know what's happening. Derek, let's just play the video, and then you can tell everybody what happened.
That's my thanks, kid.
If you will notice, there is a woodland creature on Megan's leg. Just kind of hanging out.
That did not happen.
So, like, is that Gus's squirrel?
I'm pretty sure it is.
That's got to be Gus's squirrel.
Yeah.
He went on a vacation.
Up my leg. And
he's just hanging out. I would have just let him chill.
So I did for like a little bit, right? He was like right there. And he oh no. I'm sad I'm sad that he turned the camera off right when that happened, because I literally looked down and I was like, "Hey buddy." Like he was just sitting there, he was looking up at me like, "Please help me," because they weren't handling it very well. And by they, I mean one of my coworkers, Israel. He was the one screaming in the other video, going, Megan, no, Megan, it's on you. And I was like, yes, I'm very much so aware that it's on me.
Squirrel. I see it there.
I can feel it. Like it's crawling around me. I feel it. Yes. And
the plague is real.
Whatever, Derek.
Was that Colorado where they found the squirrels with the bubonic plague?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was, actually.
So at least you weren't there. Like,
well, the squirrels over there are built differently, I'm pretty sure. But because even in California and Oregon, they're like some sort of Godzilla type, like nuclear sort of accident, because they're huge. But the poor guy was scared, and the dude that was yelling at me had this broom, and he was like, it was like a cartoon, I'm not gonna lie. Like he was hitting me in the back of the head, and I was like, okay, listen, you can quit. It'll be fine. You're making this worse. And then he kept putting the broom out, and I was like, get the broom away from me. But anyway. Yeah.
That's a good way to start your week. First week That's what started. That's what set it all off. That's what sent
Yeah.
2020 down the shitter real quick. Was the squirrel.
It's fine. It's fine.
Squirrel
It was
ruined the world.
it was my first day back to work, and yeah, I know it was my first day back to work since, you know, like before Christmas, and I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a great day. Nope, squirrel.
That's cool. I don't know. I'd be cool with it. I wouldn't be mad at a squirrel. Like,
that was fine.
I'd be okay with it. I'd probably be fine with the squirrel. It wouldn't really bother me that much.
He just wanted a friend, and he was very scared. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah.
I would be too. Like, can you imagine? Like, he thinks he's climbing a tree and it moves, and then he's like, "What the fuck is going on here? Like, what is this?"
In the audio too, I don't know if you heard it, but the guy the other guy that was like taking the video, he goes, "Don't let him bite you," like super nonchalant, and I was like, "Thanks, man." I'm not gonna let it bite. I'm gonna, and then he. I know she just called me a tree. I
call her a tree like 7 times a week.
It's true. I mean, you even commented on it and said, "This is what happens when you're tall."
It is. That's what happens. That squirrel would never have the audacity to do that to me. It might come hang out, but it's not going to try to climb me like that.
The same coworker though goes, "It thinks you're a tree," and I was like, "Yes, well, I'm tall, so it's fine. It's okay."
I mean, it might knock me over. It'd be fine.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'll fight a squirrel. I don't have a problem with it.
I survived. That was the point. Got plenty of attention for it. So, and lots of people laughed. And you know what? I think we all probably needed that. So
I needed that day. Yeah. That particular day, I definitely needed the squirrel laugh. That's for sure.
Yeah, my Facebook appreciated it too. So
we've got hey Megan. Matt says, "Hey Megan, my homie." You came in right after the squirrel, Matt. Where were you? You just missed the squirrel talk. Matt was late. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Oh, sorry, fire me. Like I shouldn't be doing this. See, I can do it for other people. I can't run my own show though, because I just keep clicking the same shit over and over again.
Just click it.
It's cool. I like to push buttons. It's fine. So finally, for once, it seems like ever since we started this podcast, Friday morning, some kind of huge news breaks. Like somebody got COVID, this happened, that happened. And it always happens like the night after the show. And so we missed the break. And then a week later, we're sitting here going, "Oh, by the way, this happened last Friday." But we finally get one today. Good old Uncle Stevie and the Mets. People have been complaining. Steve Cohen's not doing enough. Like, he's got all this money. What happened? What's going on? There you have it, guys. Francisco Lindor to the Mets. Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco went to the Mets in exchange for Josh Wolf. Somebody help me out here. Josh Wolf, Israel. No, Isaiah. It's Isaiah. You said Israel, and that fucked me up. See, look, you completely.
Sorry.
Totally fucked it up. Dude. Josh, I know Josh Wolf because somebody tagged Josh Wolf, the comedian, and they were like, "Hey, congrats, buddy." I was like,
"Whoops,
wait a minute,
wrong one."
Yeah, wrong one. It was
two outfielders, a pitcher,
Isaiah Green, and Josh Wolf. There you go. That's the big trade. So basically, the Mets got Francisco Lindor for like a bag of Skittles, kind of. That's about where that's at.
Money talk.
Brave fans, I don't want to hear it. No, we shouldn't have traded Dansby to get Lindor. Shut up. I've heard it all day long. That's all it took. We could have done that. Fuck off. No.
No.
We're good. We are fine with our shortstop.
I don't think it was just a trade either. I think there was probably some cash under the table.
Oh, there's a lot. Well, and Lindor is expected to get like $19.5 million in arbitration. So to everyone that says that Springer is still on the table for the Mets, He could be, but it's a lot less likely because the 21 million that Robinson Cano would have eaten up is now going to cover Lindor. So there's that. The Blue Jays have made an offer to George Springer. He's asking 150 million for 5 years, so 30 million a year. They made him an offer below that. Wow! Somebody, please get Alex Anthopoulos on the phone because that's not bad. That's not a bad price. I thought it was going to be more. Matt says Springer's going to stay in Houston. Matt,
for how many years?
5.
Oh, okay.
30. That's 10 over what he would have made if we'd played a full season last year.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not bad. Matt, listen. I don't want to have to invest money in more George Springer jerseys because I will. But just he's not. He's not going to stay in Houston. It's not going to happen. I mean, Toronto's made him an offer. A lot of other people are talking to him. I know it's heartbreaking, but George Springer is leaving Houston. So be prepared. Dansby is our man. I was going to rearrange my office today and I didn't have time, but I wanted to turn this around and then my autographed Dansby jersey, which is right here, would be behind me. But I didn't do it. I didn't have time. Dansby is our man. We don't need anybody else. We're good. Atlanta is good, everybody. Calm down. We've got a shortstop. He's fine. Now, if we could just steal that, third baseman from Colorado, I'd be pretty happy with that.
That's a hot topic too.
They're shopping him from what I'm hearing. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Matt says it's all about the love. I love George Springer too, and I do love him as an Astro, but being realistic, Matt, just like I know he's probably not coming to Atlanta as much as I would love that. And he's probably not going to end up in Boston either because apparently they're just interested in everybody and they're never going to do anything about it. I think the best thing I've seen about that situation was Jared Carrabis's here's a Valentine if you're a Red Sox fan or Valentine for people with social anxiety. Call me the Red Sox because I really like you, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Or because I'm really interested and I'm not going to, I don't know. It was something like that.
It was something like that. It was pretty
I
funny.
retweeted it. I was like, happy early Valentine's Day for me because that's the truth. That's exactly how I operate. If he turns out to be a Yankee, I'll throw up. Don't worry about that. He's not. No. No, George Springer's not going to be a Yankee.
No. They don't need an outfield.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Like, don't fuck that up. Please.
They don't need an outfielder unless they want to get rid of, I guess, Stanton. But
I mean, if somebody goes somewhere, but I don't think they're going to. Yeah. So they're fine. You don't have to worry about that.
Clean shaven Springer would suck. It would.
Have you seen him clean shaven? It's not bad.
Sarah would know.
The beard is better, but it's not bad. He just looks really young without the beard. It'd be okay. It'll be fine. He's not going to be a Yankee anyway. It'll be fine. What else do we have? Blake Trinan re-signed with the Dodgers. What was that? 2 years, 17, or was it 1 year? 2 years? 2 years for 17?
I feel like I'm the only Dodger that's not really happy about that. He's not impressed me, so I don't know.
I mean, he's
hit or miss, but like, I mean, he kind of like makes me do the Kenley where I clench my asshole. So like every time he comes up to the mound, so like
we have some people that we feel the same way about. It's okay, don't worry.
I mean, great, but also I don't know.
He re-signed. That's it. Okay,
that's all.
Trying to re-sign. That's all. Nobody cares. It's not a big deal.
I did. They're apparently interested in Brad Hand too. So
I heard that.
Yeah. And I saw something where they were trying to also, they were kind of like working a deal with Lindor, but it just at the last minute
how that went.
Yeah. I guess
what happened there.
I don't know. I don't think the the prospect game was strong with us because we don't like to give those up. So
I mean, yeah, I don't see that's how Atlanta is. They don't want to get rid of anybody, and it's like we don't need all these people.
yeah,
There's no reason for it.
yeah. So
It'll be fine. We don't need them all. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Happy birthday, Ozzy Albies.
I saw that. I saw that earlier today. I forgot.
Ozzy Albies' birthday. I love him. He's so much fun. I'm going to hope he's not hurt this year. Do we have a count? I was going to make a countdown for spring training and I forgot. I was going to have the clock going and everything. I was going to run it across the screen every week until pitchers and catchers report, and then continue every week until spring training starts.
Pitchers and catchers is on the 17th of February.
Last year was like the 12th.
It's right after. Back in California, where I went for.
When you left me here,
I'm sorry.
I didn't even know you went.
I'm so well. I mean, we just literally left within like 2 days, so you know.
Tell me, you didn't stop with you. Like I wasn't working. I would have gone.
I would have brought you. My family is very longtime friends with John Miller, the announcer, and like longtime friends, like grade school friends. And it's not a flex; it's like a literal statement. And his beach house, his house basically is around the corner from where my aunt and uncle bought a beach house. And I don't say beach house because it's not like, a second home. They've lived there forever. But we went on a walk and we went to go see him. And he was talking about pitchers and catchers reports and like whatever. And he said, I said something about like, well, they want to like postpone the season. And he goes, yeah, well, that Manfred. And I was like, oh God, even John Miller hates Manfred. It's great.
Looks like
made me laugh so hard.
Looks like 16th the Orioles have the pitchers and catchers 16th, first workout the 17th, position players the 21st.
Okay.
So I would assume like everybody. It says the Mets are the 17th, 18th, and 22nd. Everybody else is the 17th, 18th, and 22nd. So yeah, around there.
Yeah. That was the point of the story. Sorry, because we asked when I said pitchers and catchers starts like right after Valentine's Day, right? And he goes, well, yeah, and he knew like all of the dates and whatever, and knew it was the first game of spring training is supposed to be the 26th of March, I think. So
no, that can't because the season starts like April 1st.
Maybe he meant 26th of February.
It would have to be.
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
He said March, but he probably meant February. Well, yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. Spring training first.
That'll work. Derek, I saw you down there searching. Did you find me a clean-shaven George Springer? He didn't.
Yeah, February.
He was like, no, I was doing something else.
February 27th. So yeah, he meant February. He said March, I promise. Opening day. Oh, no, he said opening day was March 26th. That's what I heard. Because it says game 1 opening day is scheduled on March 26th.
Well, the schedule had it all on the 1st.
Wait, hold on. Oh, that's 2020. Jesus. I don't know. I heard the 26th somewhere.
Anyway, February, pitchers and catchers reporting. We're going to have a clock. We're going to have a countdown clock. It'll be cool. It'll be fine. Anyway,
It'll be fun.
So, that's all the news we really have. So everybody in the comments, everybody watching, give me your favorite and your least favorite baseball movies. And if you would like to join us on screen and talk about it, let me know. And I will send you the link and we will talk about it. You got a top 5? Major League obviously always gets thrown out there. Derek, give us your opinion. Now he's going to bail on me.
Right. He's like, no.
Derek, God damn it.
So Sandlot obviously is my absolute favorite baseball movie of all time. A favorite movie of all time, not even just baseball movie. A League of Their Own is right there. I blew through 3 VHS tapes I think, of A League of Their Own. I don't know why not The Sandlot more than A League of Their Own, but like I watched that more, so that could technically be my favorite if you count how many times I've watched it. But The Sandlot is definitely my favorite. 42. I freaking love that movie. Moneyball was actually really great, and I hate Brad Pitt. With a passion.
I don't care.
I hate Brad Pitt. That's why I kind of Major
League is the best sports movie of all time.
Maybe not of all time. Angels in the Outfield actually before Moneyball probably because Angels in the Outfield.
Now you got to come in here because we got to talk about that.
Major League is pretty great.
You got to. You have to.
Major League is the shit. I have a kid behind me.
Best sports movie of all time. So you're putting that over like Remember the Titans?
I think so. Like, I don't know. Major League's like, okay, like most sports movies have like a bit of magic to them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but Major League was just about a bunch of idiots that were like at the end of their rope, you know, financially and athletically, and they just like got lucky basically. So like, it's a movie that could really happen, you know, like that happens all the time. Teams that shouldn't win, you know, like it's just they have heart that year and stuff. I don't know. I just thought Major League was like a pretty good look at what it was probably like in the MLB back then. Like they just like, I don't know, like you can't watch that movie with your grandparents because of like the language and stuff. Like, you know, it's like it just seems like it's a real movie, but for at least for that time period.
The whole thing between like the owner and his wife and whatever, it actually reminded me of the McCourt shit with the Dodgers because of how she acquired them and stuff. So I mean, obviously that came out way before the McCourt stuff happened, but like when that was happening, I was like, are we in major, like, is this happening right now? Or like, is Major League about to happen?
Like that movie was so big that I was a Cleveland Indians fan. I've never really been but I was like, oh, I like the Indians the best.
That's why my dad liked them. Was because
who were their players when that movie came out? They had like a couple of guys that were.
That was in the 80s, though, wasn't it?
Who was that guy? Gruff or something?
It was.
I'll look it up.
Major League was like 87, 88, I think. But then, I mean, even like the
now we gotta go look.
I give that movie credit because I give 89. I give the movie credit though because the sequel was just as good, and a lot of movies like that, the sequels are not.
Yeah, I don't like sequels for the most part.
But Major League 2 was actually pretty great also. So I give that. That's why I give that movie a credit.
One hit. That's all we got. One goddamn hit.
Yeah. Sandlot obviously is a great movie, especially, you know, when it came out, with the age we were when it came out, you know, like it's kind of a perfect movie.
I think that's kind of why it hit like this age group of people so hard, because we were like, that was the shit we were doing when that movie came out.
And it also kind of, honestly, like on some level, it kind of made me like feel like, because, you know, the movie was set back towards when probably more like when our parents were growing up. So it kind of had that like it was kind of like a view of like what your parents' like neighborhood might have looked like, what their baseball games might have looked like and stuff. You know, it's pretty similar to what we had, you know, like in the 80s and 90s when that came out and stuff. But no, that was just a great movie. I mean, especially for my age when it came out, I thought it was great.
My kids watched it the other day, and now all I've heard for 4 days now is that guy's an L7.
Dodger dog, footlong. I could recite that whole movie. Yeah. It was the same with the League of Their Own, though. So
every time we do s'mores, I teach the kids. You toast them all.
I just looked up if the Cleveland Indians have any famous players, and they don't. So none of the names I remember.
Excuse me. Omar Vizquel, absolutely. He's the reason why I was number 13 in high school. Kenny Lofton, Richie Sexton,
Did you know
Jim Tomei.
Yeah. Did you know that the manager Mike Hargrove, who managed the Indians when they lost the World Series in '95 to the Braves, was the manager for the Liberal BJs for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
She knows that because
You can't forget about old Jim Mudcat Grant.
Yeah, no, Mike was here for several years. He's a nice guy, heck of a guy. I did ask him one time if he'd like to lose the World Series to the Braves. He didn't.
Was
like
he
that.
really?
Yeah, it says he was best known as the Los Angeles Dodgers, but he came to the Indians during their magical '90s run.
Yeah, I remember that.
I did not. Who there? CC Sabathia was an Indian, wasn't he?
I'm at a. It says that Hershiser went 45-21 in 3 years in Cleveland, and won a memorable Game 5 over Greg Maddux in the '95 World Series.
Oh!
This whole time, I didn't know what Earl Hershiser was a real person. I just thought that was like a name I heard sometime.
What?
CC Sabathia was an Indian from 2001 to 2008.
You really had to remind me about that game. Oh my god!
Don't fuck with the Indians, Sarah.
Oh, that game was awful.
Who? No, he's Boston. Sorry, wrong.
And that's also another testament for that being a great movie. Like, they could have picked any team in the MLB to ask to do that movie about, and they're just like, let's do the fucking Indians. Like,
I feel like the Cleveland Indians were honestly like.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah, well, they're not going to be the Indians anymore, but the Cleveland baseball team as it stands right now. But no, like, that's a team like the Pirates and the Indians. Like, they have arguably the worst ownership in baseball. Like, they don't give a fuck about winning anything.
But they always get the most attention.
I know. I don't understand.
I mean, like, even in 42, they were like, Pittsburgh. Like, the pitcher that was pissed, he was like, Pittsburgh.
Like, are they going to do...
Okay.
Are they going to make poor fucking Shane Bieber stay there through all this bullshit? Like, you're just going to unload all the good people and make Shane Bieber stay there?
I don't like him because his last name is Bieber and Justin Bieber.
I love it. I love that his Players Weekend jersey is not Justin. That's the best. I love Shane Bieber.
That's true.
I want that jersey. I would rock the fuck out of that jersey.
Not Justin.
I would love it.
I was thinking of making a burner on Twitter called Justin Bieber. So if you see that floating around,
you said it, I wouldn't do it.
I'm not going to.
You got a trivia question? Ooh, what is it?
It's down there. What movie tells the story of the 1919 Black Sox scandal?
I have this movie. John Cusack's in this movie. I love this movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
I don't know it.
Come on, people. Who's watching? It's a great movie.
I don't know what it is.
There we go. 8 Men Out. There it is.
Who said it?
Never seen it.
Rain Man.
8 Men Out. That is an awesome. Oh, it's so good. But I love John Cusack. I think he's great.
I do too, actually.
I loved that movie.
This is why we get along, Sarah.
I had that movie. I watched the shit out of that movie.
I need to watch it.
It was really good.
You know what? Let's be honest, guys.
No,
we're sitting here like ignoring the elephant in the room. Obviously, the best baseball movie ever is Air Bud 7, Seventh Inning Fetch. I mean, obviously,
trying to give the rest of them like
a chance,
some time to shine before somebody brought that out. We haven't talked about Field of Dreams. We haven't talked about.
Let's talk about best baseball movie involving magic. And you have to go between like Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, I forgot about The Rookie, like with Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Is there any magic in that movie?
No. There's not, but old man magic.
Movies with magic.
We're talking about and first of all, Sarah hasn't said anything about Ed, Matt LeBlanc's movie. Come on, Sarah, pay attention. Get in the game.
Matt LeBlanc.
That's Megan's territory because that's Friends. I thought she would have brought that up already. I was waiting on her.
I didn't even know that movie existed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
what baseball movie had like the darkest, saddest scene?
Oh,
Just like no, not necessary for a baseball movie. Sad. Hardball.
I haven't seen that either. See, I'm terrible.
Keanu Reeves.
oh
Yeah.
God,
No, I know.
yes.
I know what you're talking about, but
That's the worst.
Isn't that where the little kid
Little
dies?
kid gets killed.
Yeah, you're just like, this
yeah.
is a goddamn baseball movie, Keanu.
Yeah,
what are you doing to me?
Okay, so I know.
This is a movie about like, you know, you're getting all inspired and you're having a good time, and the little kids like playing Big Papa out on the field, and they're all singing and everybody's having fun. And then the little kid, like, it couldn't be like one of the shithead kids on the team. It had to be the little guy that wasn't even old enough to play.
Yeah.
Like, that is beyond, like, I don't think I've made it through the whole movie one time, but I'm not like a movie crier. And I got real close when that little kid died. And I was just like, God damn it. Oh, this is not going to work for me. Like,
Okay, here, I'll change the subject. Freddie Prinze Jr. Summer Catch. Come on. You saw it, right?
That was a pretty good one, actually. I like that one. And
Oh,
Jessica
man.
Biel. Jessica Biel, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which was cuter, that movie or Fever Pitch?
Fuck Fever Pitch.
Get out of here. What's wrong with Fever Pitch?
I fucking hate that movie because it makes girls look terrible.
Wait, which one is Fever Pitch? Fuck.
With Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, God.
And she makes him like not go to the game, and he's like missing the game, and it's the best fucking baseball game ever. And he's like, I missed it. And she was like, okay, and nope. I freaking hate that movie. I hate that movie.
Have you seen the meme? I posted it right after the National League Championship Series. It's a little meme that was like girls with the time machine. I'm your granddaughter. Oh my God, really? And then it's like guys with the time machine stay at second and third on contact. And it's Dansby running from Justin Turner. And I was like scribbled out guys. And I put me like, sis, I'd be the one that was pissed that we missed the ball game. Like,
I can't, like, I seriously, if any person said to me, you know what? So this is why I kind of hate it too. September 24th, 2014, my birthday, the day that the Dodgers clinched the National League title for, whatever year in a row, and then didn't get to the World Series, whatever. And Kershaw pitched a flawless, like, 9 or 8 innings, and they brought Brian Wilson in, that fuck. And my stupid ass, well, he was my boyfriend at the time. My stupid ass boyfriend goes, hey, so we're going to go because Bearded Man's coming in and we hate him. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. I fucking left and I missed like the whole entire celebration of like the NL clinch. And I was like, dude, you are exactly like that bitch in Fever Pitch. No. I'm so mad. So, that's why I hate that movie. But I hated it before that. So it's, no. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. You let your significant other sit there and enjoy it.
I kind of have to just stay single at this point in time because from February through October, I'm fucking busy. What are you doing tonight? Watching the ball game? Do you want to come hang out?
No. Right. And
then watch the ball game?
And then for me, it extends through college football. So it's until January.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. As soon as baseball's over, I'm like, I'm free. You got me till February. Let's hang out.
I get neurotic from September through October, like whenever the World Series finally ends, because then I've got like college football and baseball, and I'm like, and I can't do it.
Bad News Bears was good because they had children smoking cigarettes, so that's always good for a movie.
Bad News Bears was pretty good, actually.
I love that movie.
Yeah, the Rookie is really good too. It makes you feel like you could do shit when you're old.
I don't like to get like super emotional in my baseball movies. Like, make it fun.
What about Field of Dreams when the little girl chokes on a hot dog? Is that at least she doesn't get shot in gang violence?
I've only watched Field of Dreams once and a half.
I used to have that movie too.
It's a great movie.
See, I'm not a big fan of Kevin Costner, which is probably why I never got that into Bull Durham. But
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that that's a bad movie. I just don't really like him. I mean, outside of Waterworld, that's a masterpiece.
Waterworld is actually a pretty fantastic movie. So I won't
I'm
blame
kidding,
you.
by the way. Anybody that I'm kidding.
Waterworld is pretty great, actually.
Party Mark says hi, and his favorite base Party Mark. I like that name, Party Mark.
Party Mark.
I
had a friend
it.
named Marty, and he like partied too hard, and they called him Marty Party 01.
Oh, Party Marty would have been better.
That's what we should have called Martha, is Party Marty.
Party Marty. I like Marty Party 01. That's funny. That's just partying.
Fever Pitch is a ripoff of the British version based around soccer. Well,
listen up here, okay?
I didn't know that.
Are you going to sit there and tell me that Jimmy Fallon is not the best actor ever?
That man is the...
I love Jimmy Fallon, but no.
In order to be sarcastic in this.
I love Jimmy.
What about $1 Million Arm, John Hamm? I never saw a Disney movie.
I never saw that movie.
It's a Disney movie?
John Hamm's kind of hunky. I'll watch it.
John Hamm.
Well, The Rookie was a Disney movie.
Cobb with Tommy Lee Jones.
Never saw that.
I remember. I never did watch that.
Nick Nolte in the film Off the Black.
I do remember that one.
Nick Nolte.
I don't really like him either.
From the year 2000, The Broken Hearts Club. It's like a bunch of old people. It's an old people baseball movie.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I bet it's great. It's got a 62% Rotten Tomatoes.
It's good. It's actually not a bad movie.
It's good. I've never watched it, but I know which one you're talking about.
Sandlot has a 63%, so it must be just equally as good as Sandlot.
What? How are you going to give The Sandlot a 63%?
I don't know.
I am shocked.
Because
they also gave 63% to the Jackie Robinson story from 1950, a movie.
Oh, there was one in 1952.
Game 6 only got 61%. Baseball's not getting a lot of love at Rotten Tomatoes. The movie 61 has 85% though.
That's kind of surprising.
That's Billy Crystal movie, so that has to be good.
Billy Crystal's all right. In my book.
Can we talk about good Billy Crystal movies? Okay.
Go for it. I mean, I don't know.
No, he had a movie that I don't know. I don't know if many people saw it, but it was an old movie that he played a NBA referee. It's called Forget Paris.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Fucking hilarious ass movie.
That was
funny as shit. They send his dad's body to like the wrong country and shit.
It's his voice.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny guy. He's funny looking. I dig it.
Hey Doc.
Speaking of friends,
Doc's hanging out back there.
I like it. He's bouncing on the bed too. That's great.
You know, Doc and Jack are only a month apart, but if you look at them, like Doc looks like he's like 6 years older.
Yeah. Doc's huge.
He's like, what? Oh, that was awesome. He just turned around like, the fuck
you better sleep with one eye open tonight, T. He's gonna freaking kill you. He's like, you're gonna die tonight.
He just did this to me. I don't know what that means.
Oh no. Emma looks at me like that all the time. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Feel ya.
Same, Doc. Same. I feel that.
Oh no.
That's definitely. I sympathize with Doc greatly on that sentiment.
I
understand.
I do too. Every day.
What else do we have? What other movies can we talk about? I'm like,
so Angels in the Outfield. This is hilarious, right? you know that the scenes that were filmed inside of the stadium were actually filmed in the Oakland Coliseum.
Nice. Hey, we got one here. The Fan. That movie was fucked.
Oh, I've never watched it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, it was good. It was fucked up though.
I've never watched it, but it's literally on my list. It's like actually number one, I think, on my list. So of baseball.
Yep. Inky coming back. Inky, we've missed you.
Hi, Inky.
Last week was weird. There was no Inky in the comments, and I felt weird about it.
Inky, what are you doing?
Like, we had a few people at the beginning, and then me and Derek were talking about all kinds of stuff, and it was just Joe and Christian in the comments, and there was no Inky anywhere to be found.
Yeah, it was weird. There was like
it was great. We love having
it was
Joe
like a holiday show.
It was very different.
Nobody was around. Everybody was like doing stuff.
Sorry.
Okay. No, we had fun.
Okay.
We had fun. It was me and Derek and Joe and
If
Christian.
somebody would have came to work, it would have been better, but
I thought about that when you were like, yeah, I'm good to go. I was like, she does realize that's going to be like 7:00 where she's at.
So I could have done it, but my family hired this magician to do like some magic shit like via Zoom, and
That's what they do.
we hadn't even eaten yet either. So like we had like a lobster boil going on and like this magician and shit, and she was like, hey, so like whatever, and I was like, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Like I'm not gonna be able to get on this computer and like talk for a while because my whole family. Oh man.
Party Marks, Field of Dreams. We did touch on that a little bit. That's a good movie. And I love that it like turned into what it did. I wish the Field of Dreams game would have happened this year. That would have been awesome. I do like it. I'm not. It's not my favorite baseball movie. I mean, it's quotable, but like also it's just not. Yeah. There's other ones that I prefer that I'll watch first, but I just love what that turned into. Like it went from it's just a movie to there is an actual Field of Dreams.
Where's it at?
It's in Iowa.
Iowa. Ohio,
yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah, it's in
Same
Iowa.
Kind of.
It's cool. They've got like a whole thing set up. Who was going to play in the game? It's the White Sox and
Yankees, I think.
Was it the Yankees and the White Sox?
I think the Yankees were supposed to play there.
I remember. I thought that they were doing it.
Field of Dreams game. Field of Dreams.
Can you type faster than? Yep, there it is. Inky says it was the holidays last week. Had to make sure everyone was having the sweetest dreams.
Well, now it's supposed to be Thursday, August 12th, 2021 between the White Sox and the Yankees. Yeah.
Dyersville, Iowa. That's cool though. Like I think that's probably the most notable thing about Field of Dreams is that they took it from just being a movie to being like a real deal thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's the best thing about it. I mean, it's a good movie. I just don't think it's great. And you can fight me if you don't like that. I don't care.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Talking to everybody in general. If you don't like that, fucking fight me. See if I care.
Fight me on it.
We'll throw down.
Throw down. Throw down.
We were talking about that earlier too. We'll forgive you. You were late. It's fine.
I just love, what's his name? The voodoo guy. He's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? I can't remember.
I have slept like maybe 6 hours in the last 5 to 7 days. I'm so tired. Like I don't know.
I just watched Dusty Grant's outtakes video.
Isn't it great?
He just gets so sad.
You should see, like, I fucked up because he posted that right when Pedro
Serrano. And he's number 13.
Inky says Field of Dreams doesn't have enough baseball to be a great baseball movie. That's like, see, that's the thing. You gotta have like.
This is true.
There's got to be a lot of. That's true. It has to be baseball dominant for me.
There's a lot of history in it, though. I feel like that's why.
Like you could say the same thing about its sister movie though, 8 Men Out. That movie was like a lot of off the field.
Yeah, but I mean, it was centered around like a historic event in baseball. It wasn't like this guy has a dream and decides to build a baseball field. It was
right.
It wasn't the Star Wars of baseball. It was like. I gotta go to bed, Sarah. I'm gonna be a pussy. I keep yawning.
We got 10 minutes. You can do it. 10 minutes. My daughter's
do it.
Show.
You're what?
My daughter's listening to the show.
Oh, is she?
Yes. She did that to me last night. At 1:00 in the morning, she woke up and I was on SLE radio with Jay and Joe. Shout out to those guys. We were doing the morning show, which for me and Joe, it was midnight. For Jay, it was 6:00 in the morning because he's in Wales. And she pulled it up on YouTube, and I get this message on Facebook that says, "I'm watching you on YouTube." And I was like, "Go to sleep." And then she turns around and she's like, "I'm watching the New Year's Eve show with you and Christian." And I was like,
"Oh, great.
And Christian and Joe and JB." And she's like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Tell me this." Like, then she starts asking me questions about what she's watching on there. And I'm like, I don't know. That's not my story. Ask that person. Go to sleep. It's 2:00 in the morning. So she did that last night, and now she's back at it again. Yay. Gotta tell her to turn off the tablet. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Tell her I love her.
She's listening. She heard that.
Oh, okay.
Next time, I'm not going to put this out to YouTube. Sorry, anybody that's watching on YouTube. It's not going out on YouTube next time because my kid won't go to sleep. Love you, Lila. Go to sleep.
She
hit
just
her with
wants
that
to hear
band
your
hammer.
voice. Oh, yeah. She
Why?
just wants to hear your voice.
What did she say? Oh, yeah. I told her to turn off the tablet. So the last 15 minutes of the show is just going to be me trying to tell my kid to go to sleep.
Sweet.
Megan, yeah, I was about to say Megan loves you, Lila, if you're still listening. But you heard her. There's my cat. I hate it here so much.
I'm surprised we did a show with the news of Kanye and Kim splitting up. Like, I almost did.
Oh, okay. Lila says she loves your makeup, Megan. So there's that. Now, Lila, please turn off the tablet so that we can talk about this because it's adult stuff and it has nothing to do with baseball. And you really don't need to hear it. Okay.
Nope,
so
not even.
Yeah. When you're off of this stream so that we can talk about that because that we need to talk about.
Oh no!
I can't believe I'm having to do this. I'm gonna have to put out this show where I'm yelling at my daughter to turn off her tablet.
The Oregon Duck earlier tweeted at Kim Kardashian, "Sup."
Inky says he loves you, Lila. I hope you are off of this. What in the world is going on with that? This is not baseball related. This is not anything related. But I wake up and they're in therapy. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Do what you got to do. They're probably going to get divorced. It's fine. Whatever. And then I see the Jeffree Star thing and I'm like, excuse me?
Isn't he married? Wasn't he married? Like, didn't he have...
They split up a while ago. I don't remember how long ago it was, but I remember hearing about it.
Oh, okay. I don't keep up. I just like his cosmetics. I don't keep up with his.
I don't even like his
drama. No, well, I only like
I don't like they're weird colors. I don't like that shit. I don't.
Okay, well, I do. So
No, like you're wearing purple lipstick and I'm wearing Kylie. Like,
see, I have a very
where we go like this.
strong objection to that name. That's probably why I don't like it.
I know, but
I know. See,
good shit. Like really.
I mean, it's not bad. I would wear it, but I just don't feel like being like, oh, Kylie's on my face today.
I mean, this color is called Boy Bye. You can't like that's
Okay. Well, see, I can get on board with that.
that's what we're doing this year. Do we have any more movies to talk? Did we cover all the movies? Or I'm still and see my friend Kelly sent me down a TikTok rabbit hole about this whole Jeffree Star Kanye West thing, and I can't get over it. So this show could go any direction right now. So if we have no more baseball movies, I'm going to make a little announcement and then we're going to go ahead and cut it before I start going down that rabbit hole with everybody. And everybody's like, I thought this was a baseball show. Because we're going to be talking about some balls and some bats, but it's not the kind y'all want to talk about. Oh, somebody missed it. Who's on whom's face? Like, listen, if you missed it, you missed it. Like, we're not going to go back to that. We're not going back. So, do we have any more movies to talk about? I think we kind of like everybody loves Major League and everybody loves The Sandlot and then A League of Their Own. Great movie. I love Tom Hanks in that movie. We didn't really talk about it other than you wore out the VHS 3 times.
Oh yeah, I mean, A League of Their Own is great. Not even what's his face, John Lovitz, or is that who it is?
John Lovitz.
Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah,
in that movie.
He's like one of the best characters in that movie.
My favorite line ever is does that hurt? And they say, doesn't seem to. And he goes, that bruised the hell out of me. When they're milking the cow.
He's such a dick in that movie.
And then the other one is he's looking out the window of the trade, and the one woman goes, sir, your knee. And he goes, like it? Oh my God, it's just so great. It's just so great.
There's a lot of good like one-liners and stuff in that.
There really
Geena
is.
Davis was really great in the movie too.
Geena Davis is amazing, and
whoever played her sister did great too. I don't know her name, but
her name, I don't know her name, but she's the trainer in Free Willy.
Oh
yeah,
yep. And she's somebody else that everybody freaks out about. I can't remember who it is
at all. But I remember when they showed them like when they were older and they looked that was some good casting.
Yeah. Yep. Good casting. Yeah. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. And then he signs their ball and he goes, wow, avoid the clap, Jimmy Dugan. But my favorite Jimmy Dugan moment of that whole entire movie was when Betty's husband, it was he was worried for Geena Davis, right? But it ended up being somebody else. But he like comforted her and like brought her out. That was nice of him. He was actually really nice in that moment. Other than that,
his humanizing point in the movie.
Yeah.
What's the other? The guy goes, if we paid you a little bit more, Jimmy, could you be a little more disgusting? And he goes, well, I certainly could use the money. It's so great. It's so great. I love that movie.
In a long time. I keep telling my daughter I'm going to make her sit down and watch it with me. And I hope she turned this off. But if you didn't, we're going to watch that movie.
It's so great. There's no crying.
There's no crying in baseball.
There's no crying, sir. Did I ever tell you look like a little penis with a hat on? I like to say that a lot now. That's my thing with like umpires that I don't like. Did I ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on? When I don't like what they say, I'm like, you don't, but like I'm just going there because
That's a good way to do it, though. Okay. So we're coming up on an hour. Sorry, everybody. I'm tired.
Derek's tired.
We've kind of like, yeah, Derek's tired. I'm tired. We've kind of run through, like, I don't know. We kind of ran through the basics on the baseball movies. I mean, I think it's a pretty general consensus. Like, most people either look at Major League or The Sandlot and they're like, that's the best baseball movie there is. 42 is like way up there for me, but
42 is
out. Like, I like the more historical ones for the most part, but you can't beat The Sandlot. Like, I just don't feel like you can. Hardball, good movie. Great movie, really. Moneyball, great movie. A lot of good baseball movies.
Harrison Ford in 42 as Branch Rickey is probably the best acting job in any baseball movie, to be fair.
Harrison Ford's amazing anyway.
Right.
He is.
So that's my 2 cents on that part.
So now that we've kind of covered that, I do have a little bit of an announcement for everybody. You've seen me pimping the hell out of Limbo Cast over on Twitter. That's my buddy Joe. We love Joe. We're going to be doing more live streaming with Joe. He does Tony Tuesdays with our buddy Tony Grands. You can find all of those people on my Twitter. Make sure you go give them a follow. Joe and I are actually, Joe does a morning show on SLE Radio. He has his own show as well. I have been invited to join the SLE Radio team. I'm going to start out doing a show with Joe and then kind of move into my own thing. We may keep the show with me and Joe and then me do my own thing too. We don't know yet. But the station is based out of Europe. If you're in the United States and you want to watch it, midnight is the morning show. I hop on there with Joe and our buddy Jay quite often. And we don't have an exact time that we're going to be doing our shows, but it's going to be called Live from the Bunker. Be about an hour of indie music and me and Joe talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. So make sure you check that out. I'll be posting on Twitter whenever it gets a little bit closer, but we accidentally announced it on the live stream last night. So I figured I'd just go ahead and tell everybody now. We're not totally set in on everything, but we're going to be doing that. So make sure you check that out. Go check out Limbo Cast. Go check out SLE Radio. Go check out all of our buddies. We have some pretty cool people hanging around on here. So there's that. We'll be back next week with whatever baseball news we have. Maybe George Springer will have a home by then, and maybe it'll be one that makes me happy. Or maybe we'll know if there's going to be a DH. I don't think we will, but maybe we'll know if there's going to be a DH, and maybe Marcell Ozuna will have a home by then. And hopefully it won't be one that will shatter my dreams, because
same with Jock. So
kind of where we're at. Free agency market is slowly but surely starting to heat up. We're getting some interesting trades. Join us next week and we'll talk about them. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Face away from me, this ain't a game like monkey in the middle. Stop trying to solve me like a puzzle, look, I'm not a riddle. She tried to play me, but she doesn't know I'm not a fiddle. Draw me close, but won't keep it straight with me, all she know is scribble. I still pop like soda cans, on the other hand, you stay popping my bubble, don't know how to act. That type of move that you deal, is what kills on the real. If it's worse how I feel, so disturbing at will. Looking for